let's talk about the Dodgers for a second. I mean, they win the World Series, a great World Series. This is kind of like the St. Louis, Texas one when in 2011, when Texas, I thought, had it wrapped up, and David Freese, went wild and got the big hit, and then the Rangers couldn't shut it down the next day, and they ended up losing. But look at the Dodgers, and look, Ohtani, fabulous, over 162. We know what he does. But Freddie Freeman slowed down a lot. Mookie Betts slowed down a lot. Will Smith is solid. He's Posey-like, that kind of player. But after that, where are they? Really, where are they? I think for the Dodgers, this could be a last hurrah for this group. I really mean that.
I don't know. I would not be surprised if they go out there and get Kyle Tucker and Murakami. Right? I mean, who's going to be in their outfield? I don't think it's going to be Kike Hernandez out there next year, right? I don't think.
Well, you got Pa. Pa is a pretty good player. He was not good in the postseason, but
no, he was 3 for 80.
Yeah, he was.
I know. Well, let me ask you this, Marty. Would you take him right now for the Giants?
No,
I would in a heartbeat. He drove in 90 runs.
I know.
Oh,
he's terrific in the outfield. Now, he did not look good, but they're gonna sign somebody.
I know, but the core guys, to me, they got it done. They did. They got it done, but it was sort of despite those guys. I mean, look at Mookie. Come on. I mean, how bad year for him and a bad playoff for him, really. Yeah. And Freddie Freeman, he's going to run into his few. And, we talked about this. You think Freddie Freeman's a Hall of Famer? We had that discussion the other day.
I don't know. I'd have to look a little closer. Yeah, that's a good question.
He's a 3-time world champion now, right? My goodness.
But
I 350 home.
I think your point is good, Marty. You're right. The Freeman, Betts, Muncy, those guys are in their mid-30s now. Will Smith's still, he's got a lot of years, but they got Yamamoto's young. Snell, I wouldn't say Snell's young, but he's not old. Snell's right in the middle of his career. Glasnow is right in the middle of his career. Ohtani's right in the middle of his career. So that's sort of their, to me, the core players. Yeah, some of them are getting a little bit older, but that pitching staff is, those starters are still right in the middle of it.
Suzuki is another one. They'd have to deal with him.
He's a young guy yet. So, that is still there. And I think they will supplement. You watch, they'll start signing at one or two of the younger guys. Like, is them signing Bo Bichette some crazy idea? You can tell me Bo Bichette wouldn't like to be in the Dodgers lineup and play second base?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, they will sign somebody like that this offseason. They'll sign a Tucker.
Maybe Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, they'll sign a Tucker or they'll sign a Bo Bichette. You watch, they'll make a big splash again. There's no
other Japanese player, Murakami.
Yeah, Murakami. Yeah. I mean, they will. I don't think there's any question that they will make at least one splash this offseason. Why wouldn't you if you're them?
All right. Well, it's the Muncy, Teoscar, Mookie. They struggled. We saw them struggle a lot. Yeah. They got it done, and look, Muncy has got that swing. And when they needed the home run, the guy came through and hit a home run. It was a big home run.
Yeah.
Big home run because it got everyone thinking again, hey, they're back in the game.
Yeah, to me, they could easily sign an outfielder.
Yep.
Because they probably need an outfield. Edmonds a nice player. He moves around a little bit. But I could see them signing an outfielder. You could sign Tucker and play him in right. You could play Edmund in left, and you could sign a second baseman. That would not surprise me at all.
All right.
Not at all.
When you win a World Series, we saw with the Giants when they won and Aubrey Huff was re-signed and people were re-signed. And maybe Toronto is motivated to re-sign Bichette.
Maybe.
Because of not winning the World Series, but obviously having a World Series kind of year. Maybe that brings him back. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. They have plenty of money. Blue Jays, they have a high payroll already. I think they were fifth or sixth.
Yeah, they were up there. They spent a lot in offseason.
They got good revenue stream. The ownership, the Rogers Center, Rogers company up in Toronto is like
they're loaded.
They own everything.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of money there. So yeah, maybe I'd like to see Bichette stay there. I'd like to see guys who come up with an organization stay there if it's possible. But to me,
and the Dodgers don't need to address their starting rotation. That's locked down for a while. They can maybe go out there and they probably need a closer. So yeah, I mean they're going to go do it because that's what the Dodgers do. They go out there and they get that stuff done. There's no doubt about it.
Do you guys think they ruined baseball by winning this?
Oh, here we go. This is I know. I already see it in the chat, talking about,
yeah, I don't
endless cash. I mean, it's the way the rules are right now. There's no cap. You have a little bit of a penalty for going over to CBT, but Guggenheim's okay with paying that stuff. They don't care. They're winning championships.
Yeah. You know what? If I saw a note today, you guys, on this, Marty, tell me what you think. Even with the Dodgers winning this World Series, there's still been 9 different World Series winners in the last 12 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this is the first back-to-back.
Yeah.
Right. Since
nine different World Series winners in the last 12 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
I'm not saying the league is full of parity. I'm not saying that. And there's clearly the Dodgers and sort of everybody else. But, the Mets spent more money than anybody, and they didn't even make the postseason.
Nope.
And other teams are winning World Series, right? But, I would also say that most of the teams, if we look back, that have won the World Series in the last 12 to 15 years, they're probably all in the top 15, in the top half.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess that.
Yeah. Starting, what the Dodgers are doing, they're cornering the Japanese market.
Yeah.
So, and these Japanese players that are coming over are good. Yamamoto, obviously, Ohtani and Sasaki, these players can play. And they have that steady stream of players come, not just free agents here, which they can attract as well, but they do it internationally. So does it ruin baseball? I just think you have to compete with them.
Yeah.
Right.
You do. It's 162. It's not a 17 or 18 game season. So over 162, you develop your team like Toronto. You learn how to play ball. You put the ball in play. You don't strike out all the time. And you build your pitching staff and all that. And that's the way you do it. And it's evaluation.